Imagine you are standing on a serene beach, watching waves crash against the shore. Each wave appears unique, some large, some small, each with its own rhythm. But then a thought strikes you. Are these waves truly separate, or are they all just expressions of one vast ocean? This simple question, much like the one you are contemplating now, has haunted philosophers for centuries. Is the world around us composed of countless individual entities, or is everything part of a single unified whole? This line of inquiry brings us to the philosophical concept of singularism. Singularism in metaphysics posits that reality is ultimately singular. Unlike pluralism, which asserts that many different substances or entities make up the universe, or dualism, which proposes two fundamental substances like mind and matter, singularism holds that there is only one essential entity or principle from which everything else derives. This philosophy asserts that the apparent multiplicity we perceive is either an illusion or simply different manifestations of a singular reality. Singularism argues that just as waves are expressions of the ocean, all objects, beings, and phenomena are expressions of a single unified existence. The roots of singularism can be traced back to ancient philosophy, with early inklings found in the works of Parmenides, a pre-Socratic Greek philosopher. Parmenides, in his poem on nature, argued that reality is one, unchanging and indivisible. For him, the world of change and diversity was merely an illusion. Fast forward to the 17th century, and we encounter Baruch Spinoza, whose work ethics laid one of the most profound foundations for singularism. Spinoza proposed that there is only one substance, which he identified as God or nature. Everything else, thoughts, objects, emotions, are merely modes or attributes of this singular substance. In Indian philosophy, the concept of singularism is beautifully illustrated in Advaita Vedanta, a non-dualistic school that teaches that the ultimate reality, Brahman, is singular and unchanging. The world of multiplicity, according to Advaita Vedanta, is an illusion or maya. To truly grasp singularism, imagine a grand play being performed on stage. There are numerous characters, each with their own storylines, costumes, and dialogues. However, as the play ends, the curtain falls and all the characters remove their costumes. What remains are not different characters, but a group of actors, each an expression of a single reality. Singularism invites us to see the universe in this way. While we perceive different people, animals, objects, and events, they are all in essence part of one grand existence. Understanding singularism becomes clearer when contrasted with other metaphysical views. Materialism claims that only physical matter is real and everything else, like consciousness, is a byproduct of matter. Idealism argues that reality is fundamentally mental and the physical world is a product of the mind. Dualism posits two fundamental substances, mind and matter, existing independently. Pluralism believes that multiple substances or principles make up the universe. Singularism challenges all these by asserting that there is only one underlying reality, irrespective of whether it is mental, physical, or something beyond our comprehension. In contemporary philosophy, singularism finds echoes in the works of philosophers like David Bohm, a theoretical physicist whose concept of the implicate order suggests that the universe is an undivided whole. Bohm's theory implies that what we see as separate objects are merely projections from a deeper, singular reality. Modern experiments in quantum physics also offer intriguing support for singularism. The phenomenon of quantum entanglement demonstrates that particles can remain interconnected across vast distances, hinting at an underlying unity beneath the apparent separateness of objects. Additionally, research in neuroscience on the interconnectedness of consciousness and reality raises questions about whether our perception of multiplicity is a cognitive construct. Several experiments and thought experiments have been designed to explore singularist ideas. The double-slit experiment demonstrates how particles behave differently when observed, suggesting that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality, aligning with singularist views. The holographic principle is a theoretical concept in physics that proposes that all the information contained in a volume of space can be represented as a hologram on its boundary, reinforcing the idea of a single underlying reality. The Ship of Theseus is a philosophical thought experiment questioning whether an object remains the same if all its components are replaced, challenging the notion of individual identity and supporting singularist perspectives. Like any philosophical theory, singularism faces its share of criticisms. The empirical challenge, for instance, our everyday experiences are filled with diversity and multiplicity, making singularism seem counterintuitive. The problem of individuality, if everything is one, how do we explain individual consciousness and identity? Lack of practical application. Critics argue that singularism, while intellectually stimulating, offers little practical insight into our daily lives. Yet, proponents of singularism counter that our perception is limited and that recognizing the underlying unity can foster a sense of interconnectedness and harmony. In an age marked by division and fragmentation, singularism offers a profound perspective, one that emphasizes unity over division. It challenges us to look beyond superficial differences and recognize the inherent oneness that binds us all. Imagine a world where borders, prejudices, and conflicts dissolve into the realization that we are all waves of the same ocean. Singularism, though an ancient idea, has never been more relevant. The legacy of singularism is deeply embedded in both Western and Eastern philosophical traditions. From Parmenides' declaration of oneness to Spinoza's monism and the Advaita Vedanta's non-dualism, the echoes of singularism continue to shape our understanding of existence. It reminds us that while we navigate a world filled with multiplicity, beneath it all lies a singular truth, one that unites, sustains, and transcends. As you stand on that beach once again, watching the waves, you are left with a question. If everything is truly one, what does that mean for who I am? Singularism doesn't just provide an answer. It offers a journey, a quest to understand the profound unity that underlies the apparent chaos of our lives. And perhaps in that understanding we find not just philosophical insight, but a deeper sense of belonging to the vast singular existence we call reality.